Nepal's newly elected Prime Minister KP Oli is in India on a 3-day visit. He will hold talks with his Indian counterpart Narendra Modi on Saturday, where the two countries will sign some agreements related to agriculture, research and development, education and training. The two leaders will also jointly lay the foundation of the Aron 3 hydroelectric project. Oli's visit aims at strengthening the ties between Nepal and India, particularly after he accused India in the year 2016 of conspiring to topple his government by getting the Maoist and the Nepali Congress to withdraw support. With Oli's seeming proximity to China, India also hopes that the visit will strengthen age-old relations between the two nations. The Nepalese Prime Minister is currently in India. He reached the country today and he is expected to have talk with his counterpart, the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, tomorrow on Saturday. The two countries have a lot to discuss. There has been a bitter exchange of words, especially in 2016, where the person who's currently the Prime Minister said that India had played a role in convincing the Maoists to withdraw and was attempting at a sort of an external coup. And joining us on this story we have Siddhant Sibal, our correspondent. Good evening to you, Siddhant. Thank you for joining me on the broadcast tonight. What more information can you give us to this visit? What is on the table and what's the road ahead? If you can hear me, Siddhant, I asked you what details more you can give us about the visit and what is on the table, what will be on the table when the moment of the meeting between the Nepalese Prime Minister and the Indian Prime Minister will happen. I think you're facing some connection issues. Well, for the benefit of those viewers who might have just connected with us. Meanwhile, in the moment we try to connect with our correspondent, the Nepalese Prime Minister, Mr. Oli, is currently on a 3-day visit in India. He landed today and he is scheduled to meet the Indian Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, tomorrow on Saturday to talk about the relation between the two countries. Nepal, in the last year, has become more and more closer to China and trying to distance itself from India. The relation has always been a friendly relation between the two countries, but often Nepal has pointed out that India was behaving in a patronizing way. I'm told that our correspondent Siddhant Sibal is back with us. So Siddhant, what I was asking you before is what is on the table when it comes to the talks between India and Nepal?
Well, a lot of things will be on the table, especially the issue of demonetization, because remember, before coming for this visit, the 3-day visit by the Prime Minister of Nepal, he briefed the parliament there and spoke about the issues he is going to raise, especially demonetization, because that had made a lot of impact, negative impact, especially with the common masses there in Nepal, because a lot of demonetized money is still left there in Nepal and hasn't been exchanged with India. But other than that, other things will be also on table. India is expected to raise the issue, at least show its intent when it comes to the Nepali government leaning towards China, because of course China is the elephant here in the room, and of course we have seen the new Prime Minister KP Oli being very leaning towards China also. So that these stuffs will be on the table. But by and large, today was the first day of his visit, and just a short while back, I'm standing right now at the Nepal's embassy in New Delhi. A short while back, he met the diaspora here, and of course he will be meeting shortly the Prime Minister of India at his residence after he leaves the embassy here. He's still there at the embassy, and earlier he met the business leadership in New Delhi, where he talked about how the issue of a trade deficit is a concern for the government there, and he of course invited the Indian businesses to come invest in Nepal, saying that a lot of reforms will be initiated. He said that the political gains have been put in the constitution. The next step will be the economic gains.
Thank you very much, our correspondent. Thank you, Siddhan, for joining us and explaining us what is on the table when it comes to the relations and the talks ahead happening between the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, and the Prime Minister of Nepal.